All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to look at going into a Google Meet using Google Classroom from a phone. Okay, and so here we are in the Google Meet, and remember, we're in the stream, and there's this camera up here. That camera is the link to the Google Meet, or if we click classwork, it's right here. It doesn't change. Okay, so what we can do is we can go dink and click it, and now all of a sudden we get this error message. Okay, this error message is because our school does not let students start Google Meet. And what that means is that a teacher has not started the Meet yet. On my other computer, I have it pulled up, but I haven't gone in yet, so the student can't go in. So you need to understand that if your student can't get into the Meet because there's an error, that's the reason for it. Okay, so if we go back and we try again, let me get into the Meet real fast. So if we get into the Meet, now all of a sudden it comes up. And so from right to left, over here, this arrow over here, that is to go back to Classroom. The speaker button, when you pull it up, lets you choose your source for sound. You have an info button. This is the name. Here's what your camera's showing. You've got the video, which you can turn on and off. You've got the microphone, which you can turn on and off. And you have the join button. Before you hit join, though, we have other things. You can also share your screen, which a student usually doesn't have to go in sharing their screen. They will just join. And then down at the bottom, if the service wherever you're at is really poor, you can always join by phone and just listen to the audio. Okay? So what we're going to do here is we're going to join. And so now you're going to see me looking at my phone. So the clouds tell you that that's the teacher. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go around the phone again, starting in the top left. So the arrow back will take you out. This thing here will pull up information of who's in the meeting, your sharing info, and then if you click, you can get calling info as well. And then this arrow at the top brings us back. Then what we have is the next thing is this thing right here, which is to flip the camera. So if we do this, you're going to get to see me flip the camera. So there's me flipping the camera, and so now you can see what I see. Okay, and we'll flip it back. Then there's also the speaker is, again, changing what you want. If you tap on the picture of you, it's going to make you full figure and the person on the other end small. As we go down, you can also zoom in if you want. Like if you can't see something, notice how I'm pinching to zoom, and I can look at my forehead or the phone itself, and then we can go back to the way it was. Then right down here is the red. That is to hang up. Then we can again turn the camera on and off. We can turn the sound on and off. We can raise our hand, and then we can put our hand down. Let's say we get the answer, we can always turn it off. And then we have other settings here where if we want to see the chat, here is the chat of the Meet. We can also go in and start to share our screen if we wanted to. We're not going to do that right now, because most of the time students don't have to share their screens. There are certain occasions where they do, and the teacher will be able to walk the student through sharing their screen. You can turn on closed captioning here, report abuse and report problems, and then you get settings, and the settings here are a lot easier than the settings in the computer, because all you can do is adjust the video for low light or report a problem. And so that is Google Meet through Google Classroom on a phone. And then when you're done, you just hang up. And what normally happens is it'll take you back to, well, here we hang up. You're going to be brought to the screen where it asks you to rate it, and it always brings you back to your email so you can, because Google Meet is somewhat tied to the email. And that's it to get back to the classroom. You have to navigate your phone then and get back to Classroom. All right. Thanks for watching.